At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient, from infants to seniors. Our total care model means our doctors, nurses, and professional staff are specially trained to help you make the best decisions for your health. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. When you choose Healthcare Partners, you are choosing the personalized, quality healthcare you deserve. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Pahrump Nugget, Progressive Cash Drawings, Mystery Point Multipliers, Mystery Gift Days, Extra Cash for 4 of a kinds, Bingo, Bowling, Football, and Food Specials. Looking for constant action? Look no further. Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
Pahrump's most watched and #1 media source for local news and weather with Deanna O'Donnell.
Welcome to News 46's Week in Review, your #1 source for local news. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Zach Fuentes. Rescue crews were dispatched to a 2-vehicle accident Sunday morning in front of the Catholic Church on Gamebird.
Occurred yesterday morning after 8 a.m. on Gamebird near Pahrump Valley Boulevard, right before services were to begin at Our Lady of the Valley Catholic Church. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene with Nye County Sheriff's deputies. One person was transported to Desert View Hospital with reported head trauma as a possible result of the airbag deployment. Another person complained of possible neck injuries but declined to be transported. Nye County Sheriff's deputies conducted traffic around the accident as paramedics prepared the victim for transport. They are also conducting the investigation. This is Jason Koblenz for News 46.
One man is arrested after allegedly attempting to elude police. In the early mornings of Friday, approximately 2 a.m., street crime deputies, detectives of the Nye County Sheriff's Office received information that a suspect, Ricky Eugene Hampton of Pahrump, was hiding in the Amargosa Valley in order to avoid apprehension on a felony warrant for his arrest. Nye County Sheriff's Office units conducted a search but were initially unable to locate the suspect. At approximately 7:39 in the morning, Nye County Sheriff's Office Deputy Williams observed the suspect driving his car southbound on Highway 373 in the Amargosa Valley. When Deputy Williams attempted to initiate a traffic stop, Hampton began to accelerate his car and refused to stop. Deputy Williams pursued the vehicle, which at times nearly collided with other cars on the road. The pursuit ended after approximately 30 minutes and traveled the distance of approximately 40 miles when Hampton suddenly pulled over behind the Death Valley Opera House in Amargosa and took off on foot. Deputy Williams continued to give chase on foot and apprehended Hampton shortly thereafter without any further incident. Hampton was accompanied by a female passenger at the time of the pursuit. Neither Hampton nor his passenger was injured. Units from the Inyo County Sheriff's Office and California Highway Patrol also responded to the scene because of the fact that the pursuit had led and eventually ended in California. Hampton was subsequently transported to the nearest magistrate, which is Independence, California. He will face charges relating to the portion of the pursuit which occurred in California, after which he will be extradited back to Nye County on the following charges: driver disobeying the peace officer, endangering another person, resisting a public officer, assault on a protected person with a deadly weapon. The arrest warrant for Hampton stemmed from an investigation of sexual assault of a child under the age of 14 and indecent or obscene exposure, in which Hampton is a suspect. Any person with any information is urged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 751-7000.
A rare document from September 10, 1864, giving thanks and acknowledging volunteer service to Private Robert Munn, who served 100 days in the National Guard. The document is unusual for many reasons. According to Phil Huff from the Pahrump Valley Museum, this private must have done something extraordinary to have received this award from the President of the United States.
Able to present a document to the museum that has a signature of Abraham Lincoln and the signature of Edward Stanton, who was Secretary of War during the Civil War.
Where did we get this from?
Well, we had a donor that donated this document to us a number of years ago, and his only request was that the document be displayed for public view. He did not want us to sell it. And generally, the Salvation Army won't take in a collectible item unless we can turn it into money that we can use for programs. So this document has been languishing in my office for the last 3 years, and we decided it was time to look for a home. And the museum here in Pahrump just seemed like the perfect home.
And we also had a descendant of Abraham Lincoln here as well today.
That's right. Our territorial commander, Commissioner James Knaggs, is actually a fifth cousin of Abraham Lincoln. So it was a lot of fun to bring Commissioner Nags here to Pahrump from our territorial headquarters in Long Beach, California, and have him actually present this certificate, this document that was signed by his fifth cousin, Abraham Lincoln.
That's amazing. The Kings here had a little bit to do with letting you guys know about our Lincoln room here.
Well, from time to time in conversations, I would share with people that I had this document in my office, and I'm always wondering what to do with it. And I was chatting with Captain Mark King at one point recently, and he mentioned the museum here. And it was just a couple of days ago when I thought, you know what, it's sitting here, I've got to do something. So I Googled the museum, and it became obvious that this would be a terrific home. So we're just really excited to be able to present it today and to have it finally have a home where people can go and they can see Abraham Lincoln's signature. We are really excited to be able to present a document with Abraham Lincoln's signature to the museum here in Pahrump. And I'm really excited that our Salvation Army Commissioner James Nags, who is a fifth cousin of Abraham Lincoln, has the privilege of presenting this certificate to the Pahrump Museum.
And this we give to you and say congratulations. I think this is a treasure.
I agree, it is indeed. Thank you, Major Lloyd. Thank you, Commissioner Nag.
Something amazing for Pahrump, and definitely bring in some people to get to view this document, and that's what the original owner was hoping to have it go to a home where people could see it.
Absolutely. I think the original owner was at a point in his life where he didn't feel he could properly care for it. He wanted to give it to a charitable organization that would appreciate it and care for it. And we basically acted as intermediaries in this regard. So now it has a home, and I just feel so good about that.
The interesting thing about the original owner is that it's been in their family since it was originated.
Well, apparently the gentleman who donated it to the Salvation Army bought it about 10, 12 years ago. And the previous owner had it in his family for several generations. So it was a family heirloom, and I don't know why the family would decide to dispose of the document. But I'm just appreciative that it's at home now.
And we continue our interview concerning the drug court program with the Honorable District Court Judge Kim Wanker.
At least 16 weeks before you're going to graduate. So, you know, surprisingly, people do very well, and then they'll get to the third phase, and sometimes they slip. It happens. I guess they think they're on the home stretch, but we're very particular. Like I said, you have a driver's license, you have a high school diploma or GED, you have a job. We want to put you back as a productive member of society.
These participants seem to really support each other and themselves. They seem to want each other to succeed.
They do, and I think it's because they've been surrounded by people who don't support them, and now they're in the same boat. They're all having to do the same requirements, and they become a little family. They hang out together. It's really fun to see from when they start, and some of the people who've been in drug court longer will kind of, if you will, adopt the other folks and mentor them and help them along, and they really become like family.
One thing we've noticed here in the court is that you don't tolerate lying, and you check these records of how long they've done community service, and you really want them to be honest. Some people even admitted that they slipped.
Absolutely, and that's the first key. The first key is being open and honest with yourself. You know, people make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes. Everyone in my courtroom makes mistakes, and that's okay to make a mistake. You get up, you admit it, we try to figure out how we can help you, and we move on. But when you lie and you're deceptive, that makes drug court look bad. It makes them look bad. It makes them just continue in that pattern of drug use and abuse, because it's all about lying in large part. So we're trying to, and that's something I have zero tolerance for, as you saw in the courtroom. Zero tolerance.
I know that you took a person into custody here today, because the lying is not the step forward to getting better, is it? It's if you're fooling everybody, you're trying to fool the judge. Some of the people walk in here possibly under the influence, thinking that they can pull one over.
Absolutely. And like I said, if you make a mistake, you just stand up and say, I slipped. And I'll say, what can I do to help you? But if you get up here and you lie to me, and you've got to know that one thing as a lawyer that I learned from all my years in practice, never ask a question you don't know the answer to. So I know before I've asked the question, but before I've asked every question here in drug court, what the answer is.
Thursday night, a mare who had recently given birth was critically injured. Her colt now needs your help.
I was called at 10 o'clock about my mare got over defensive and she landed on a T-post and broke a panel, and the T-post went through her lung, and she had to be put down.
She just had a baby.
She had a baby Wednesday.
And so she was being over defensive about her baby because there's other horses here in the yard.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, tell me what you saw when you came out.
When I got here, her left leg was stuck in between two of the bars. They had to saw two of the bars to get her leg free. And then there was a lot of blood, and
the sheriff's office came out?
They came after we loaded her up into a trailer to Basin and Warren. We had to be 1,000 feet away so we could put her down.
So one of the sheriff's officers actually was the one that put her down?
Yes, ma'am.
And the baby now is left without a mom. And what are you guys looking for her?
Maybe a surrogate mother to help.
You guys have tried to find formula here in town. What's going on with that?
We have pro-uni, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's for babies. And we're looking for donations, maybe goat milk.
Or if you can find a mom to help with this baby, because the baby is just a few days old. We're also looking for monetary donations to help out. I know that you guys have taken in a lot of these horses are rescues here, but we're also looking for maybe some help because I know that you have a little bit of a fencing issue here.
Yes, ma'am, we do.
And that might have been the reason why this happened. I know that you guys are in the process of trying to get some of these T-posts corrected.
Yes, ma'am, we are trying.
And so tell me how the baby's doing now.
She's starting to eat more now. She's still a little unstable because she's not she's only almost 2 days old now.
She sustained a couple injuries herself too as well.
Yes, ma'am, she did. The two front legs, I think it's from mom. Maybe accidentally hurting her, not on purpose. She has one on her back, which is not
that's bad, but you guys are tending to these wounds. This is very heartbreaking for you because you're very close to your mare.
Yes, ma'am.
And as well as the rest of the horses that you have here, how many do you have?
I only have the foal now.
And her name is?
Check her Rosie zigzag because she has a dark zigzag on her back. We might change it later, but that's what we've gotten so far. My daughter named her Rosie, and I wanted to put her mother's name in with.
So if people want to contact you, how can they contact you about any donations or helping you out with the mare? How can they do that?
Then call me at 775-990-6616.
Thank you. And we'll be back with much more local news when News 46 Week in Review returns.
Welcome back. As an affiliate of the National Down Syndrome Society, the Pahrump Disability Outreach Program, also known as PDOP, participated in the 12th annual Buddy Walk in Las Vegas. The Buddy Walk was established in 1995 by the National Down Syndrome Society to promote acceptance and inclusion of people with Down syndrome. Today, the Buddy Walk program is supported nationally by NDSS. However, it is operated at the local level by parent support groups, schools, and other organizations. PDOP is looking to host the first Pahrump Buddy Walk in the months to come.
And the Pahrump Disability Outreach Program and Nye County School District Transportation have teamed up to make things easier for children with disabilities here in Pahrump. It realized that children at the Pahrump Early Childhood were having difficulty identifying which bus they were supposed to get on when traveling back and forth to school. PDOP has covered the cost of the magnetic signs, and the school district immediately applied them to the buses. A sign with the colored shape is now near the door and at the student's eye level so they can recognize which bus is theirs. Each bus has a different sign, which also helps with the students in learning their shapes and colors.
And here's Chad Shropshire with your Week in Sports.
The Saints are still going through some changes because of the bounty program that was set up in 2009 by former defensive coordinator Greg Williams, who was suspended indefinitely. Head coach Sean Payton will also be suspended without pay for the entire 2012-2013 season, and general manager Mickey Loomis will sit out for the first 8 games of the 2012 season. The bounty program was set up by Williams back in 2009. It was a program where players would receive thousands of dollars in cash bonuses for injuring and knocking another player out of the game. This is, of course, against the rules, and the punishments, they seem severe, but Roger Goodell made it clear that this type of behavior is not accepted in the NFL. He stated that you cannot be too hard on people that put our players' health and safety at risk. With all the rules changing in the modern game of football to make players safer on the field, this definitely was something the NFL needed to crack down on, and do it quick. Moving on to some baseball. Sunday afternoon brought some excitement to the All-Star game. The ugly, intense divorce between Ubaldo Jimenez and the Colorado Rockies became downright dangerous. Facing his former team for the first time since he was traded last season, the Cleveland Indians pitcher drilled shortstop Troy Tulowitzki in the elbow during the All-Stars' first at-bat. He then charged Tulowitzki, causing the benches to clear. Tulowitzki was sent to the hospital for x-rays, while Jimenez was somehow allowed to remain in the game. The right-hander was tagged for 6 runs over 4 1/3 innings of work and exited the game to a shower of boos from the pro-Rockies crowd at Salt River Fields. Tulowitzki's x-rays were negative. In the NHL, things were heating up on the ice Sunday afternoon between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers. After an intense open ice hit by the Penguins, a full brawl busted out in the center of the rink. Punches from both teams were flying, and even the coaches were up on the wall yelling at each other. In total, 50 minutes and penalties were handed out at the 18-minute, 57-second mark of the third period, 4 of which were for the rare coach on ice violation. I'm Chad Shropshire for your Week in Sports.
Tacos El Churro cut a ribbon with the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce last week at their location on Homestead.
Oh, I tell you, we are excited the fact that a lot of families here and a lot of folks here from Pahrump and obviously from the Chamber of Commerce are here with us. Me and the wife, obviously, we're happy. The fact that it's been a good day. It's been busy for the past month for us, and we invite everybody to come and join us and try our food. You'll love it. And all I can say is we do everything that we can to basically satisfy that hunger. And obviously, for a good time, come and join us. My wife Iris and I, we're here to always. If it's not me, it's her.
I know that Charlie from the Pahrump Chamber of Commerce was asking, what's Tacos El Churro mean?
El Churro, it's a word, it's the buddy. So it's a friendly taco. Basically, because we believe in, it's not hard to go to a place and get a smile, and there's a lot of folks that unfortunately say that they forget the fact that we like to be, entertaining. When I mean entertaining, meaning to feel welcome.
We're going to get smiling faces here at Tacos El Churro, as well as wonderful food. You guys have quite an array of different items on your menu.
Yes, we do, and now we have chile rellenos on the menu and fajitas on the Fridays or Saturdays.
And for, like right now, as we have the aquarena for the weekends, we are offering the fried tilapia with the little salad there. Great stuff. Please come in and, as I said, join us, and you'll like what you taste, most important. And obviously, we really want to welcome everybody to come from Pahrump. Please, the whole community, we invite you to come in. Please try us.
And Tacos El Churro right here on Homestead is open from 9 to 9, 7 days a week. If you want to call them, you can give them a call at 751-5858. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
The Blvd Community Center joined the worldwide recognition of Autism Awareness this past week by going blue.
On Global Autism Awareness Day, which is today, April 2nd, different communities and buildings, recognizable buildings, light up blue for tonight. That includes Rockefeller Center, Niagara Falls, the Sydney Opera House. Various buildings around the world do this, and we decided, the town of Pahrump decided to go ahead and get involved and getting this message out about autism awareness with the Blvd Community Center tonight and lit up blue.
The CDC just released some new statistics, which goes from 1 out of every 100. Was it 110 or 100 to 1 out of 88 kids are now diagnosed with autism.
Yes, 1 out of every 88 children is now diagnosed with autism, 1 in 54 boys. It's more than cerebral palsy, AIDS, cancer, muscular dystrophy, all combined in children. That's obviously just the children rates, but more than more children are affected by autism than that. And of course, it's a very wide spectrum. There's those who are lightly affected that are still, it's a very serious deal, and those who are severely affected.
The World Autism, or even Autism Speaks, is asking for people to recognize, to actually do something about this and actually act on this. Now, at this point, politicians, they're asking people to ask for people to recognize this more than they actually are. Autism Speaks really made a huge movement towards people recognizing this disorder.
They have done amazing. Autism Speaks is an amazing organization, and they are who has put on the Light It Up Blue, and they initiated this. They also do walks throughout the year in various cities throughout the world. We have one here in Las Vegas that's always, well, not in Las Vegas, that's at the end of every year. It's normally October, November, or December, and it's beautiful to see how many people come out, because this is a very serious thing, but these children, we still have to remember, they're gifts from God, and they help us. Oh my gosh, I just said God, can you cut that?
You're affected by autism. So many of us are affected by autism in so many ways. The public itself has been becoming more and more educated on what autism is and the spectrum of the disorder, which, like you said, goes from very mild to disabling. And do you think that the public is becoming more aware and acting themselves? People who aren't even have family members or friends or loved ones who are affected by this.
The rates of autism and organizations such as Autism Speaks, events like this have helped to get the message out and to make the public more aware of how autism is affecting our world, our community, us locally here in Pahrump. And it's great that they have done that, because it is very serious.
For the first time ever in history, we have autism teachers in Rosemary Clark Middle School and in Pahrump Valley High School.
Yes, we do. So we're trying to help out throughout the community and throughout the world with getting autistic children more of the services they need, and teachers, of course, that are helping to work better with those students.
It's great that Pahrump and the town of Pahrump is recognizing autism by doing this for the first time ever. And I know you're the main catalyst in doing that. Thank you so much.
Yes, and it was a meeting between myself, Mr. Kobarger, Matt Lewis, and Fire Chief Lewis that all got together to decide that we wanted to go ahead and do this and help to raise the awareness.
The Black Dahlia Murder is an American heavy metal band from Waterford, Michigan. They formed in 2000. Their name is derived from the 1947 unsolved murder of Elizabeth Short in Los Angeles. Out of their 5 studio albums, the latest 4 of them charted the U.S. Billboard's 200, with the 2009 Del Florete peaking at number 43 and their latest album, Ritual, reaching number 31. I spoke to some of the band members at Extreme Thing in Las Vegas.
Sternad. I'm the vocalist. This is my compadre, Brian Eschbach. Hi. We are the original members of this band. We've been fooling people for 10 years straight.
You guys had a great set. I just watched it. A really good show here at Extreme Thing.
Thank you.
You guys have been together for quite a number of years, haven't you?
Well, I do like a, it's definitely a death metal kind of vocal, but 2 different styles, a high one and a low one. And it's mostly influenced by a band called Hargis. We're a prominent mid-90s, early 90s death and grind band. And I don't know,
You guys consider yourself melodic death metal, right?
Right, yes.
Sure.
That's
I like that.
It's not really, I'm not melodic. I'm still barking like a dog, but
I'm
the
very,
guitar,
I'm very la 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 na na na.
He's melodic.
How are you? So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I like big bass fishing. I also like Buck Hunter Pro. It's a video game found in many bars, establishments, and restaurants. I don't really enjoy sculling.
What is sculling?
It's crew, man.
Oh, Scully up the crew.
Oh, there you go. So, so you guys are here at Extreme Thing. Are you guys touring?
Yeah. We are in the midst, actually the beginning week of our tour with Nile, Skeleton Witch, and Our Penance. Very much death metal, very much extreme.
What's the name of that tour?
It's
Big armpit hair.
It's the Right Now.
2012.
It's the Right Now tour.
It's the Right Now tour.
So how many releases? You guys have, I think, 7?
If you count the demo and the EP, yes, but 5 professionally released albums on Metal Blade, yes.
Pro style.
Pro style. Pro status.
Are you guys looking for another release soon?
So yeah. We're on the 2-year schedule.
I'm looking for vacation.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking for peace of mind.
I'm gonna go to an all-inclusive resort.
Sandals.
I have to ask you.
Don't have to tip anyone.
At Sandals?
No.
I'm going.
They're not allowed to accept it.
Sandals commercial. Trevor, we have to ask about the tattoo.
This one?
Oh, no, the one on the stomach that says heartburn. Yeah, many, but.
Oh. Okay. You got that?
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That's when, like, your body is producing too much acid in the stomach, and it just starts coming up the esophagus and
You
giving
ate
you
too
problems.
many chili dogs, though.
You need to drink more milk, though.
And you need to quit eating on many chili dogs.
So I wish you luck on your tour. Thanks so much. You guys have been very entertaining. Great interview, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Keep watching KPVM.
Stay extreme.
This is Deanna O'Donnell at Extreme Thing for News 40. And this week we'll continue with more interviews with the bands from Extreme Thing, and you'll see them later on in the broadcast. If you would like to view the entire footage, you can go to KPVM-TV or KPVM's YouTube page.
Well, a special meet and greet will be held at the Pahrump Valley Winery for Nye County Commissioner candidate Julie Hargis.
Pahrump Valley Winery. Bill and Gretchen Loken are hosting it for me. It's going to be April 16th, Monday. Dinner starts at 6:30, but beforehand we're going to have alcohol, wine or beer, and appetizers. 21 and over on the alcohol, starting at 5:30. So we'll be able to come and meet and greet, kind of a dinner with a candidate. It is a fundraiser for my campaign, which is going really, really well. And the price is $100 a person, and it includes a 5-course meal at the Symphony Restaurant. So it's going to be a fabulous evening.
And will you be answering questions that the public might have and such?
I am. And they can call me anytime. It doesn't have to be a meet and greet. They can contact me at electjuliehargis@hotmail.com, juliehargis@hotmail.com. And I do have a website, www.electjuliehargis.com. So we have a theme there going, but it's going to be a wonderful evening, and they're a great host for us, and we enjoy coming up here to the winery all the time.
Give her a call at 513-0960. Seating is very limited, so make sure you hurry up and get your tickets. I'm Zach Fuentes for News 40. The town of Pahrump is seeking individuals who are interested in the position as a town board member. Town board member Carolyn Enderspee resigned her position during the last town board meeting. Therefore, the town of Pahrump is requesting those interested please submit a letter of interest and a resume to the town by April 18th. The town board will review the applications and choose up to 3 names to send to the governor for appointment. Please note that the governor does not have to choose from the submitted list. This review and choosing of up to 3 names will take place at the regularly scheduled town board meeting on April 24th. The term of the position will expire on January 5th, 2015. The address to submit your resume is Town of Pahrump, 400 North Highway 160, Pahrump, Nevada, 89060. And welcome back. Dan Schinhofen is holding the annual Acoustic Grass Music Festival. He's lined up lots of performers who will be playing music for this 3-day event that has now changed locations.
Annual Acoustic Grass Music Festival, and this year it's going to be at the Calvert around the Duck Pond, May 11th, 12th, and 13th.
This is fantastic. I know we were doing it at the VFW before, and so tell me why we decided to change.
Well, VFW is still the sponsor, it's still for the vets that I'm doing this, and but we have the new duck pond up and a new fountain, and I thought it would be nice in May if it gets warm. We have the shade trees and the grass, and it's a nice area here. So we talked with the Commander Tom Vick over at the VFW, and we decided we'd have it here.
Is this a different time of year than we've had it before?
Yes, first one was in March. That was really cold, so we put it in April, and we had trouble. Always the weather, you never know when you plan a year out. The week before last year in April was a beautiful week, and then the following week, just like now, today's cold, and 3 days ago was 85. Yeah. So May, we hope for a little warmer weather, and if we do have wind, we'll have the trees to break it here, and we won't have the dust.
Exactly. And how many bands, who do we have lined up?
Boy, we have a couple of local groups going to be coming out, and we have Stuck in Reverse from Vegas. We have Out of the Desert. They're going to be playing Sunday from 1 to 3. You really want to come out for these guys. They play not just old-time bluegrass. They play some contemporary, and they play like Lou Reed's Walk on the Wild Side, but with a bluegrass feel to it. We have Aspen Ridge out of Las Vegas. We're going to have a lot of bands. It's going to be Friday is going to be folk, country, and blues, and Saturday's all bluegrass. Sunday is a mix of everything.
Are you going to be performing as well?
Yeah, I'll play too.
There you go.
So,
is it free?
Yes, it's going to be free. We have food vendors. We'll have other vendors. We're looking for vendors now. So if you want to call me at 775-537-2562, 775-537-2562. After 10 in the morning, please. My wife works late. But call me and we'll set up you for vendors. I know there's a lot of people running for office. Come on out. We'll have all of that.
Well, the whole area right here is going to just be full of different music and food and fun that whole entire weekend. Tell once again the date and time.
All right. It's May 11th, 12th, and 13th. We'll start about 1 o'clock on Friday, go till about 7 at night. Saturday from 10 to 7, and Sunday from 10 to about 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
And Zach Fuentes joins us with your entertainment this week.
76-year-old rock and roll legend Jerry Lee Lewis has been married for the 7th time, and once again his marriage has caused some controversy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the singer, who is known for classics like Great Balls of Fire and a whole lot of shaking going on, nearly destroyed his career when it was discovered that his third marriage in 1958 was to a 13-year-old and he was 22. That wasn't the only issue people took either. It was also the fact that that 13-year-old was his first cousin once removed. This time the singer decided to keep his 7th marriage somewhat within the family as well. His new wife is the ex-wife of his cousin, who was in turn the brother of the 13-year-old he married when he was 22 years old. Judith Brown has been the singer's caregiver for quite some time now and is 14 years younger than Lewis. Bond, James Bond, has received a new assignment to participate in the opening ceremonies for the 2012 Olympics that are to be held in London this year. Daniel Craig, the 6th actor to play James Bond, has been filming scenes at Buckingham Palace, and the clip is reportedly supposed to end with Craig as James Bond parachuting into London's Olympic Stadium. The film is being directed by Academy Award winner Danny Boyle. The shoot as of now is being codenamed The Arrival, and the rest of it is being kept under wraps as well. Cell phones and personal cameras have been banned on the set inside of Buckingham Palace, and the Queen herself won't even comment on what's going on. The video will be shown on July 27th as part of the Olympics opening ceremony, which coincides not only with the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, but the 50th anniversary of the James Bond film franchise. The winner of last year's American Idol, Scotty McCreery, has seen an enormous amount of success since he won the reality singing competition. He is now a platinum-selling country recording artist and just won the Best New Artist Award at the Academy of Country Music Awards. But the 18-year-old star still wants to tackle something else: college. McCreery announced that he will be attending North Carolina State, where his father attended, for 2 years and then hopes to transfer to Nashville. Scotty will graduate high school in June of this year, but for right now, he is touring with fellow country singer Brad Paisley as his opening act. I'm Zach Fuentes. Carnifex is a band from San Diego who formed in 2005. So far, they have released 4 studio albums. Deanna O'Donnell spoke to some of the band members at Extreme Thing.
You're going to be going overseas.
We're going to South America for the first time in August with August Burns Red.
So, what's that tour called?
South America, something or other.
I have no idea, actually.
So when is that going to happen?
In August. Yeah, the second week in August, I think we fly out. We're also doing some Euro festivals in July. You know, we're doing With Full Force again and Extreme Fest. About 3 dates on that, so we'll be out there for about 3 weeks.
So tell me about some of your releases.
Our records?
Yes.
We have 4. First one came out in 2007. It's called Dead in My Arms. Well, there's this song called "Dead My Eyes" and "Dead My Arms," so I forget which one's the record. And then in 2008 we had "Disease and the Poison," and then "Hell Chose Me" in 2009. It did, yeah.
Give me names and instruments that you play.
My name is Fred, and I play the bass.
I'm Shawn. I play drums. Cory, I play one of the guitars.
Did you guys have a current release, or are you guys looking to make an album right now?
We just released our latest record in October. It's called Until I Feel Nothing.
Yeah, it's out. You can get it online, mostly. You might be able to find it in a few stores, but there's a record store. If you live in Arizona or Vegas, there's a Zia Records. They sell it. Yeah, but they absolutely sell it. Yeah, most record stores. There's no record stores in my town anymore. I have to order stuff on Amazon or iTunes.
Where are you from?
San Diego, California.
The whole band, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, at least us three.
Oh, I'm from Orange County, but I live in San Diego.
You guys play a lot down there?
No, not as much as we'd like. Yeah, it's actually getting harder to play there since we started touring. It's weird. Yeah.
We'll be right back with News 46's Week in Review right after these messages.
Welcome back. An award was presented last week at Pahrump Valley High School for generously raising $2,000 for the Mammo Van, which travels to Pahrump and offers mammograms for those in need.
Here at Pahrump Valley High School to present an award to a bunch of young ladies that is an inspiration. And I got a few words to say before we present this award. This award is actually geared towards adults, and this valley does a lot of volunteer work. And I started this a little while back, and I've been following this road of adult volunteers for a while. And a few weeks ago, I found a fork in the road. And that fork in the road was you girls right here. And I travel the country to different children's hospitals, and I give away awards. But I found out I don't have to leave the perimeter of Pahrump Valley. There's youth right here that should be recognized. So it inspires me. You young ladies inspire me. Like a young man I met a few years ago, Brandon Rayner. He had leukemia, and he passed away at the age of 10 on a Christmas Eve. And I'm starting to lose it here. But anyway, you girls also connected me with 3 words: brave, courageous, and inspiring, which Brandon Rayner was exactly that. And Rachel, I believe you ran for Miss Pahrump and you won, but your platform was because of your grandmother.
Yeah.
And a 2-time survivor of breast cancer.
She's right there.
Come here, hon.
Come here.
Let's get you in here too. This is Rachel's grandmother. What's your name?
Irene Wolfenstein.
Uh-oh, Wolfenstein's got a big name in this town, doesn't it? Anyway, she is a 2-time breast cancer survivor. And that's the platform Rachel ran on. Well, she was a spearheading organizer, one that organized a program to raise money for breast cancer. And that they did. They raised over $2,000, and they donated it to the Mammo Van. And I don't know how much more you can say about these young ladies, but I think they are an inspiration not only to me, but other people. So before I lose it, I would like to present the Act of Kindness Award to Rachel, and I'd like Rachel to read what's on this plaque because she's the one that sort of spearheaded it. And these girls right here, it's not all of them now, it's the Pahrump Valley High School volleyball and basketball team. They should all be praised and recognized. So if Rachel, if you would accept this award and please read it.
Okay. The Act of Kindness Award presented to Rachel Mon and PVHS Volleyball and Basketball. Extraordinary humanitarian accomplishment. Raised $2,000. No act of kindness is ever wasted.
So that's exactly what this award represents. And hopefully it can be displayed here in the high school to inspire our youth in this valley to do just exactly what they did. And I just want to say God bless each and every one of you, and I commend you on your efforts. And you just keep up the good work, and I know you will.
Deputy District Attorney Charles Watkins is a candidate for Justice of the Peace. He held a meet and greet at Sanders Family Winery this past weekend.
We're getting ready to get kicking off here in a few minutes, and the place is starting to fill up with a lot of folks, so we're really excited. It's going to be a great night.
You have lots of things going on here. You have great entertainment. You have some food out there, a neat little cake. Can you tell us all about that?
Absolutely. Just a host of things going on this evening. We've got some silent auction stuff going on. There's folks here with some beautiful jewelry, some local merchants. We got some local artists and sculptors down here showing their materials. And then we've got a whole host of singing and live entertainment and dancing and kind of some show tune stuff that'll be going on. So,
Because this is a fundraiser as well, too.
That is correct, yeah. It's a minimum, it's a $20 donation to get in, and then we'll, let's say we got the silent auction. I've got some of my my Watkins tote bags that we're also selling for a $10 donation.
How important do you think it is to get out here and do these meet and greets and meet with the people?
You know, it's just absolutely necessary. The people are the ones that elect us and put us in office, so it's important that they know who they're dealing with and who they're putting in office. This gives them an opportunity to come up to you personally, to look you in the eye, ask you anything they want to ask you, and find out what your qualifications are for this office, and kind of get a feel for who you are.
Okay, and do you know who some of the performers are tonight?
Janine Mason will be here. She's out of Las Vegas. Very top-notch, top-class entertainer. She did me and my wife's wedding down here. We got Derek Jordan, who's an upcoming musician, probably getting ready to get into Berkeley. He's an outstanding guitarist and pianist and vocalist, so he'll be doing some stuff. So we've got some show people down here that are going to be putting on sort of a mini New York type of show. There's so many there, I don't remember all their names.
Is there any more events coming up for you?
There's some in the works, yeah. They're just in the kind of idea stages, but we've got some folks that's approached us and want to do some things for us. We've got to sit down and kind of get those details ironed out, and then we'll be back with some more information on some new meet and greets.
The state Senate voted last week to abolish the death penalty in Connecticut. A state that has executed only one prisoner in the past 50 years is now on track to join a national trend away from capital punishment. In an early morning vote that followed more than 10 hours of debate, the Senate approved legislation that would set life imprisonment as the maximum punishment for all future cases. In the past 5 years, 4 other states have abolished the death penalty. They include New Mexico, Illinois, New Jersey, and New York. Connecticut would become the 17th state without a death penalty.
And Sleeping with Sirens is an American post-hardcore band from Orlando, Florida, currently residing in Grand Rapids, Michigan. They formed in 2009 by members of the group. Sleeping with Sirens is currently signed to Rise Records and has released 2 full-length albums. I caught up with the singer of the band, Kellin Quinn.
It is a smooth jazz slash R&B slash rock and roll band. We hail from a lot of different places. We got together because we both enrolled on a really awesome dating site. It's called iseekbands.com.
There you go. You have 2 releases.
Well, we have a 3rd one coming out before Warped Tour. It's an acoustic EP.
Warped Tour on June 20th, and you're going to be performing there as well.
Correct.
And so an EP, and what did you say right before that?
It's an acoustic EP, so it's got 5 acoustic songs on it. Just kind of like a different side of our band. We have a lot of acoustic stuff on YouTube, so we thought it'd be cool to do a release that people could listen to when they don't want to be amped up. They can just listen to something and chill out. So.
There you go. And tell me a little bit about your experience here at Extreme Thing today.
It's very cool. Lots of people, lots of fun. Getting a lot of sun today, which is awesome. You can go home and look tan. And
home is where?
Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't get a lot of sun there.
Huh? No, not enough.
Are you guys on tour anywhere else?
We're on our headliner tour right now. So Abandon All Ships that play today, they're on the tour too, and we're coming to a close. We got like about another week and a half, and then we're going home. So.
Have you guys performed yet?
We perform at 5:30 today.
As we head into our first break, here's Mr. Moviefone with what is happening this weekend at the movies.
Oh, you like pie? The American kind? Then we'll slice it up with my weekend movie preview next. Action! Happy weekend, everybody! Well, this week at the movies, the mother of all reunions and the mothership of all movies is back on the big screen in Titanic 3D.
All right, open your eyes.
James Cameron re-releases the film just ahead of the infamous Maiden Voyage's 100-year anniversary. The disaster is the backdrop for an unlikely love story between penniless artist Jack and socialite Rose, who refuse to leave each other's side as the ship goes down, all in eye-popping 3D. The real deal? Look, the irony isn't lost that the guy who condemned retrofitting movies for 3D has retrofitted his movie for 3D. But hey, it looks good, it's timeless, and I think James Cameron needs your money. So, if you have 3.5 hours and $15 burning a hole in your pocket, relive Titanic 3D. I'm in! The original cast is back for an American reunion.
Hey guys, you made it.
Class of 99ers?
We're gonna party together? Hell yeah. Just like old times.
It's been a decade since they left high school and things have seriously changed, but the whole gang is casting off kids, work, and responsibility to relive the good times from their youth at their high school reunion. The real deal? Well, any way you slice it, American Reunion is half-baked, but Stifler is still the life of the party. There are enough laughs, nostalgia, and heart for me to say, go ahead, have a little pie. I'm in. All right, remember, for your showtimes, your tickets, my 6-second review, so much more, go to Moviefone.com.
And welcome back. Here's Deanna O'Donnell with your news across Nevada.
Robert Wood Johnson Foundation has released their annual county health rankings for 2012. The rankings look at how healthy people in nearly all counties across the United States and project how long they will live. The 2012 County Health Calculator uses education and income to illustrate how these factors outside the healthcare system may affect everyone's health. The rankings are compiled using county-level measures from a variety of national and state data sources. Health factors that were looked at included health behaviors, clinical care, social and economic factors, and the physical environment. 2 types of health outcomes were measured to show how healthy each county is and how long people live and how healthy people feel. 2 of several new health-related measures in this year's rankings include how many fast food restaurants are in each county and what the physical inactivity level among residents are in each county. Across the nation, some factors that influence health, such as smoking, availability of primary care physicians, and social support, show highs and lows across all regions. Nye County rated 15 out of 16. Clark County was at number 10 in the state of Nevada. The 2012 County Health Calculator can be found online at countyhealthranking.org. The Nevada Department of Public Safety and Transportation are reminding motorists to always drive safely after Nevada traffic fatalities rose by more than a third in the first 3 months of 2012 compared to the same time last year. Preliminary numbers show that 57 traffic fatalities occurred on Nevada roads in the first quarter of 2012, an increase of 11 deaths over the same time last year. Traffic fatalities in Clark County have risen nearly 50%, and pedestrian deaths have risen 200% in the same time period. Motorists should always follow these safe driving tips. Buckle up. Nearly 50% of fatality crashes that Nevada law enforcement agencies investigated this past year involved unbuckled vehicle occupants. Don't drive impaired. On average, more than 50 people are arrested for driving under the influence every day in Nevada. Be pedestrian safe. To date in 2012, there have been 12 pedestrian deaths on Nevada roads, double the number from the same time last year. Keep your eyes on the road. Distracted or sleepy driving are just one of the factors that can lead drivers to unintentionally leave their lane. Put away the distractions and drive with your full attention. Stop on red. In a recent 5-year span, 467 people in Nevada intersections died. Whether at a traffic signal or stop sign, always stop on the red. The U.S. Supreme Court is debating the merits of President Obama's Affordable Care Act, known by opponents as Obamacare. And while Republican presidential candidates vow to overturn it, some of the provisions in the law are quietly taking effect. Members of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services released statistics on the act's impact in Nevada so far. 22,640 young adults gained insurance coverage under a provision that allows children under age 26 without coverage to get on their family's insurance plan. 24,892 Medicare recipients received a $250 rebate to help cover the cost of the donut hole paying for prescription drugs, and 22,193 Medicare recipients received a 50% discount on covered brand name prescription drugs once in the donut hole. 230,891 people on Medicare received free preventive services like mammograms, colonoscopies, and free annual wellness visits. Insurance companies are required to spend at least 80% of their premium dollars on health care and quality improvements. 937,000 Nevadans are free from worrying about lifetime dollar limits on health benefits. 579 previously uninsured residents who couldn't get coverage because of pre-existing conditions are now insured. Health centers received $3.7 million to create new health center sites in medically underserved areas. And $2.4 million was given for maternal, infant, and early childhood home visiting programs. I'm Deanne O'Donnell, and that's your news across Nevada. Tommasino's Fine Italian Dining has closed its doors. Owner Tom Saida issued a statement. In order to allow us to retire, discontinue working nights, and provide time for travel, we have ceased operations at Tommasino's. The property is up for sale or lease. Interested parties should call Saida Trudeau at 727-0102. Well, that's all, folks, for News 46's Weekend Review. Some of the weekend's events include...
We have the carnival going on right there in the Nugget for springtime. It's always a lot of fun, so try and make it down there. It's going to be there all weekend.
Actually, yes, it's going to be lots of fun Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And as well, on Sunday, we have the community Easter egg hunt, and that's in Petrick Park. Yeah. And that begins at 9 a.m., but we recommend that you get there a little bit early, usually 8:30, because they actually... get it started right at 9. So if you want to get in line, you need to get there a little bit early.
On time and prompt.
Exactly. And we wish everybody a happy Easter, of course. I'm Deanne O'Donnell.
And I'm Zach Fuentes.
Have a great weekend.